My name's Evette, and obviously I'm a first year in the Leadership and Student Affairs program. I guess to begin with, I'm a first generation college student. I was the first person in my family to complete a degree from a 4-year university. And so I guess I got involved with residential life my sophomore year of undergrad. I did my undergrad at Northwest Missouri State University, got my bachelor's in mass media and multimedia journalism. In my sophomore year I became an RA, just because my RA inspired me and I was like, I can do that better. But also my sophomore year I met Mike Miller. At the time, he was a complex director in one of our upperclassmen halls, but he was also the advisor to an organization I was part of, NRHH, National Residence Hall Honorary. It's really Mike. Mike is the reason why I decided to pursue a degree in Leadership and Student Affairs. Mike is now an area coordinator, and the reason Mike inspired me to go down this path is because he's just so compassionate. He's a compassionate individual who always goes above and beyond to help anyone. They wouldn't even need to be a student, but especially his students. He goes above and beyond to help his students to make sure they're successful and they have what they need to succeed in not only their academics but just like their life in general. I just saw how much he helped, how much he loved helping students, and just providing that structure for growth for them. And I knew that's what I wanted to do too. I wanted to be like Mike. So here I am in this program. Personally for me, I think Student Affairs, just like the Division of Student Affairs, is any department really who works to serve and support students. If it wasn't for students, we wouldn't be here doing what we do. And I think because of Mike's attributes I contribute to this profession are just compassion and nurturing, positivity, adaptability, being a developer. But I also associate pride and discipline with this work. I mean, if you don't have a sense of pride in this work and what you're doing, then I think there's something wrong there. I guess I tended to reflect on the attributes that I see most in myself. Like I'm a developer, I'm positivity, I'm an includer, empathy, so yeah. And like I said, I'm a first generation college student, so my heart lies with first year students, just first year students in general. I love being able to just be a resource to them and helping mold their college experience, because their college experience helps mold the rest of their lives. So like I said, I was a resident assistant. I got involved my sophomore year, but I was an RA in a first year building for 3 years, so I have a lot of experience in that. But I also love the challenge that comes with working in an upperclass and special population area. I was an assistant complex director my last year in my undergrad, so I was an assistant complex director in an upperclassmen hall. So I would definitely say I'm an insider, just in general to the world of housing, but an outsider to just about everything else. But I'm starting to gain some insight and experience in the world of campus life, which really intrigues me, so that's something I definitely want to learn more about, and I want to become more accustomed to, more involved with. So I guess I believe my experiences as an RA and an ACD has helped prepare me in the world of student affairs employment, especially as an ACD when I didn't have a supervisor for the first 4.5 months or so. I didn't have a direct supervisor. The spot was vacant. So I learned a lot about what it means just to be that person that everyone looks to. It was a little challenging still being an undergrad and trying to finish up my degree, but it was something that motivated me and pushed me to be the very best person that I could be in that time, in that moment. So I also just think my res life experiences have helped fuel my desire to do this type of work, which I think it's really important to have a passion for what you do. And if you don't know why you want to do what you want to do, then that's something you need to figure out. And I know why I want to do what I want to do. I want to be like Mike, but my own person. I want to be able to help those students be the best resource I can be, the best tool I can be, to help propel others to be the best that they can be. Academically, I think what has prepared me for this type of grad work, sorry, I'm referring to my notes, it's not a what, but a who. Fred Lamer was my ethno-film study, communication law and ethics, theories of mass communication, and senior seminar professor. Fred, he is the reason why I love learning. He doesn't just teach what's on the syllabus. He teaches for us to learn. He believes in getting more out of a class than just a grade. He believes in lifelong learning. So Fred has always held his students to a higher level than any of my other professors. He constantly pushed me to do better because he saw so much more in myself than I did at the time. So I was pushed in Fred's class to a higher level of thinking and connection than any other class I had ever taken, and I did undergrad in 5 years because I changed my major halfway through. So I've taken quite a few classes, and just being forced to think on that higher level of reasoning and connection made my mind explode in a very good way. I loved it. So because of Fred, I fell in love with theory, communication models, and just learning why things are the way they are. I like to compare this like to an onion. Like Fred peeled back those layers of my brain, my mind, and left my thirst for knowledge exposed. And now I can't satisfy that thirst for knowledge. So I'm looking for more, for why things are the way they are, how to just best be who I can to help these other people, to help these students. I think in the next 5 to 15 years, I would love to be at a public 4-year institution. That's what I'm used to. But then again, growth never comes from a comfort zone. And I would love to be peeling back the layers of students' brains and leaving them thirsting for more. I would love to have my doctorate in higher education, but as of right now, I'm not exactly sure which area I want to be in. Housing has been my home for the past 4 years, and I've absolutely fallen in love with it. But I also think academic advising is also on my plate, to just kind of be able to fulfill that Fred role, be a Fred for someone else, but I want to be a Mike for someone else as well. I think from this class I'd love to learn about all the potential areas I'm going to fall in love with, and like just to learn why things are the way they are, from just trends in history and how I can potentially affect those trends, change that. Basically, I want to learn how to be the best version of myself so I can help someone else be the best version of themselves. Thank you.